This is Alana with Breitbart News, and we are in Butler, Pennsylvania, a few days from when Trump is going to arrive for the second time since the first assassination attempt on his life on July 13th. And I'm here with Pam, who was here the first time, the first Butler rally. What was your experience? Because you said off camera, you mentioned that the store was closer to the building that Thomas Matthew Hooks was on than Thomas was to Trump.
Correct.
So maybe like 100 yards, or how close do you think you guys were from the building?
That could be about right. I mean, we could clearly see the building.
Yeah.
I don't know in actual footage, but I know the venue was much farther away than the building. So you had the venue, you had the building, and then you had us.
So when you, what was it like when it started happening? Like, you guys heard, what did you guys hear from your end?
We were watching Trump speak. I mean, he had just started his speech. I could see the Trinitron screens from standing by my booth, and so I'm watching it like I normally do if I can. And all of a sudden, you start hearing the pops, and you kind of stop and kind of do the dog head tilt and go, "What did I just hear?" And it's like, did somebody actually let off firecrackers at a rally? And you kind of pause, and then the crowd started running at us. They're screaming, "There's a guy with a gun, get down, get down." The property owners were having a big private party under their gazebo. They had ventured over to the field to watch it from the outskirts, and Greg Smith, the son-in-law of the daughter of the owner, was actually one of the gentlemen that spotted the shooter on the roof and notified authorities. And so then when the shooting started, everybody's running back. They're like, get cover. Of course, the people from the property, they're running into the building. They're telling people, come in the building, take cover. We're kind of watching our stand, and then some people, once they got that far away, they decided it was time to shop. They weren't going to let all this. There was other people that I heard that ran for a half a mile, so each person, I just kind of stood there for a few minutes frozen. The people are running, they're screaming, they're ducking into the building, and it's just surreal, unbelievable, And then, so we continued to just kind of watch, filter in what was going on. Well, then the authorities come over, and they're asking us to move further away, move further down the parking lot here, because they were afraid that there was a bomb in the building. So we were very close to the building, so they're pushing us out of our booth to make sure there wasn't a bomb.
When people came over here, what was the general vibe or the reaction?
I mean, people were shaking, and there were people TikToking and live streaming. I'm here in Butler, and and I mean, you had a lot of that. People live streaming. I'm getting this many hits, and people are talking. And then there was the bicycle with the backpack that people were afraid because they found a detonator and bomb-making supplies in the attempted assassin in his on his person in his car. So then there was this bike that was parked under the big tree, if you look across the field, with a backpack sitting next to it, and they were feared that was a bomb. So that was interesting, watching the police crawling over to the backpack and checking it out, and kind of that almost poking it with a stick type of thing. But that was just nothing. Somebody had just left their bike and backpack there and wanted to go into the rally.